What is up, everyone? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Finger points to the sky. Episode number 15 already. Oh my god. We are working our way up towards a quarter of a century. Just 10 episodes to go. But yeah, happy Tuesday. Hope you're all good. Having a nice day. Working hard and then taking a little break so that you can watch the RTG with your lunch. And that's if you're in the UK or Europe. You know, if you're in Australia, good evening to you, or good morning, whatever it is at that time of day. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused already. But getting on into the episode, if you'll do me a huge favor to start things off, hit me with a thumbs up. You've been absolutely nailing the support lately. A video the other day got 14,000 likes. How has that happened? Can we go for half of that? 7,000 likes for today's video would be insane. Show your support and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're over 375,000 subscribers now, which means we've pretty much gained 20k subs in the last 2 weeks. Pushing our way towards 500,000. I can't wait for that day to come. So, the team I left you with yesterday looked a little bit like this. We're going to make some adjustments to it today to basically get it exactly how I want it for the time being. Gonna bring Genie in, we're gonna bring Rodrigo out, Valverde comes out, and this is essentially how it's gonna start and line up. This is my new team with Hazard, SAINT-MAXIMIN. We need to go ahead and buy a couple of position modifiers, I think it is, and maybe I do need to think about chem styles a little bit more. A couple of you have been letting me know in the comment section what are good ones and what are bad ones. Need a Belgian manager as well, which I managed, I think, to get for 600. Yeah, just a silver one. Doesn't really matter what they are, but I'm going to have to apply the Premier League to him because there's 3 players off chemistry in this team. And I know that probably annoys some of you, but it doesn't matter too much to me. The way it is this year, there's loads of left wingers again. It's going to be left wing FC, I think. We've already packed ourselves Eden Hazard, haven't we? So we've gone ahead and we've started up left wing FC again. But because we want him and Usman and St. Max in the squad, the way it sort of works chemistry-wise is a little bit like this. We're going to have a 7 chem Hazard, 7 chem ASM, and then an 8 chem Wijnaldum for now, because I don't know how else to do it. Like, I could go ahead and buy Alexander-Arnold. I could buy Trent out at right back, and that would help me chemistry-wise for Wijnaldum. But, like, I don't think he's as good as Semedo, like, meta-wise in-game, because he's not very fast and stuff. So, at the moment, we're just going to... I think Genie will be fine on 8 chem. Like, again, it doesn't really make much difference to me. I'm happy with the player if they're on 7 chem or better, to be honest. Normally they play exactly the same, in my opinion. But obviously what that does mean is we don't need this Valverde that we bought in yesterday's episode. Luckily, he'd gone up a little bit when I went to sell him. And I think after tax, we make about 1,000 coins or something. So even though we bought him and sold him, we don't lose any money. We actually gain a little bit extra. So trading with Lasty. GG's to me. So, yeah, the squad is obviously looking really healthy right now. It's a nice team. I've got to figure out how I want it in-game because there are plenty of different formations that we've been trying. I've been trying to get some info from you guys as well. And so many people are coming back to me saying 4-4-2, Lasty. Go with 4-4-2. And then my face is a little bit like scared and upset because I've been trying the 4-4-2 and I've been really struggling with it. So if that's one of the most effective formations this year and your boy's really not finding it that great, I don't know what to say. I think I'm pretty bad at FIFA this year so far. Anyway, the defending is proving to be real tough. 2 things I'm struggling with: defending and possession. And when your opponent is better at both of those things than you just often find yourselves coming up a little bit short. So we're up to 45,900 coins. So I think we made about 1,500 on that card, actually. So, you know, huge profits to be made. But this team, I will try it out, actually, a little bit later on in the episode. I nearly went for another day with another video of no gameplay. But I know I need to try this team out. I know that I bought St. Max a couple days ago. We haven't used him yet. Not online, anyway. I used him a little bit for some squad battle stuff to, one, help me get those 100k packs, and then two, I used them for a couple of squad battles to help get me up to like gold 1 for my rewards, which you'll see in tomorrow's video. But I spent a little bit of Sunday doing a couple of like friendly objectives with a mate of mine. So we went ahead and got like a Mbappe story, some of the weekly stuff, welcome to friendlies, my daily objectives. I got a bunch of that stuff done, which unlocked essentially just a bunch of XP. So that took me, I mean, like, it just gave me a few thousand. I'm not sure if it actually tipped me over another... Oh, it did tip me up at another level and a half, actually. So we end up getting our lone player for level 13. I'm going to go ahead and take Raheem the Dream, because I think he could be a really nice super sub, actually, for a few games in the weekend league, perhaps. Sergio Ramos, he'd be a solid option, but I just think Sterling might actually be a little bit more effective in like as a super sub or even as a starter at some point. Who knows? We then go ahead and claim our rewards for the community stuff. There's 3 rewards available. If you've done any of the objectives, you can claim up to 3 of them right now. And I think the community is currently working towards level 4 and level 5. I'm not sure we're going to get there because I don't know if people really know this thing exists. I haven't really been focusing on it, I have to admit. So, yeah, I'll take the rewards because I must have done something to earn. I think once you get one reward done, one objective done, you're then eligible for all of the rewards that the community work towards. So, really, we need to, like, stick together and work together rather than just being people like me, where you do like one objective and then take more than what you actually earn. But hopefully there'll be better things than just TIFOs and stuff going forwards, because that's not really like my cup of tea. But what we do want to do today, and I completely missed these like when they came out, but we've been getting like a couple of daily SBCs for nothing crazy, but like maybe a couple of silvers and a bunch of bronzes, and you'll earn yourself a 2-player pack or a 75 plus rated rare player in a pack, which is fine. It's the start of the game. I don't expect us to be getting like rare mega packs and stuff as our rewards, but it is nice to just be able to throw a few players. This is where bronze pack method comes in, by the way. If you've done a bunch of bronze pack method, shoved a load of players in your club, you can do those SBCs no problem. If you haven't done any, you're probably thinking, oh, do I really want to put those gold players which I have in my club into those SBCs for a 2-player pack? Absolutely not. But when it comes to like a 55 rated German centre mid, like you happily put him in because it doesn't make a difference to you, does it? So yes, that is, you know, that is the reason, one of the reasons why you do something like bronze pack method. If you've got a spare 30 minutes or something, just open a few bronze packs, see what you can get, stick the stuff in your club, and then discard the rest. Sell the stuff that's selling, and you'll probably find yourself on a similar amount of coins that you started half an hour later, and also you'll have topped your club up with some players that are useful down the line. So it's time to open those packs. Unfortunately, we didn't really get anything from them. We got an 82 Fabian, I think, from one of the packs, which is okay. It's like a half decent rating, and an 81 Cragno or Cranio, however you pronounce it, will be useful for marquee matchups down the line. But right now, I was hoping maybe to get a board or something. Just didn't happen. But hey, they were pretty little packs, weren't they? So squad is ready for a little bit of gameplay. I think we need to head on into some division rivals and see what we can do, because we're currently in rank 3. I think rank 3 is where I need to be this week, because the rewards for division 3 are pretty tragic. I almost want to be in division 4 for next week. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm very much at the top of my skill level right now, which I struggle with. And the rewards aren't great, so it's sort of lose-lose for me right now. But what we do get is, you know, a few games in here with the new squad to at least test things out. So I went with the 4-4-2. Didn't change my formation other than that today. And we started off with Hazard and ASM up front. And then I think at some point in time I switch it so that Hazard goes out left, and then Ousmane Dembele goes up front with Saint-Max. And that I think might work a little better. I think having the explosive pace up front is maybe important. It's either having players like that or having like a Haaland, who's just a big crazy player with a great shot and stuff on him, like a target man type thing. So maybe we need to work on the team a little bit more, actually, and get a target man up front alongside ASM. But right now, as you can see, I'm getting most of my shots like AI blocked. I don't know how to get past that. I saw someone say on social media, like, try and do a skill move before you shoot, because then it opens up an opportunity and the defenders maybe lunge for a tackle, leaving a gap here where you can shoot through. But I don't know if it's just me being old with like really bad reactions or something, but I'm not finding myself being able to do anything on the ball before I get tackled. But then on the other hand, down the other end, I'm like tackling them and the ball is going straight back to my opponent. And it's like, I've got to tackle you 3 times to even get the ball off you. So I'm really struggling at the moment, I have to say. You know, I'm 1-1 in this game, but I think my opponent had way more possession than me. I figured we'd change things up a little bit. I felt like my defense was so high and I was getting counted on. So I dropped the depth a little bit and I put us on a different like defensive style. So we're now on pressure on heavy touch, as opposed to pressure after possession loss or something. So they press a little bit differently. And I found it made a difference kind of straight away. So I might make this my like default set of tactics. I also need to maybe watch a few pros and see what they're suggesting. But I brought Rodrigo on, and as soon as I brought him on, like, he gets a lovely run through and scores a beautiful goal. So, yeah, maybe the positioning of like a proper striker as opposed to just using wingers up front could also possibly benefit us. Who knows? So I felt like I got dominated that game, especially in possession, but I ended up winning 3-1. So I guess we come out all good. But yeah, definitely finding my through balls not going through as easily as my opponents do. That's for sure. But oh no. What have we done here? We've gone ahead and unlocked the Weekend League, haven't we? We've only gone and done it. 2,000 rank points or skill points or whatever it is actually, like foot champ points, who knows. We've unlocked the Weekend League anyway, which is good stuff. So I think that's coming this weekend. And if that is the case, then yeah, the freedom on the weekends is a thing of the past for me. And I've got about another 10 or 11 months of craziness going on. We go into another game of Rivals, come up against what was a really nice looking team. I think this is quite meta because players like Mertens and Insigne are like really good at turning and dribbling using the RB, like the RB button. So they can change direction real quick, like turn on a sixpence type thing. And that, I think that's the sort of thing I need to learn. So I don't know about you guys, but last year I would get the ball and then I would like feather the LB button because it would sort of like do intricate dribbling and stuff. This year it doesn't seem to do that, and it needs to be RB is the one that you're pressing. So I'm trying to get my muscle memory to actually remember that, and I'm trying to figure out how to actually do those dribbles and stuff. But I think the RB button is a pretty like critical modifier for your dribbling, which I think you should be using. But I just don't know how yet. So anyway, I defend awfully and I'm 3-0 down after 35 minutes. So yeah, things are obviously not going great in this game. Stress levels are high. I just don't know how I'm losing so much to this guy or what he's doing differently to me. But you can see I've hardly got any defenders back. I end up accidentally wiping out, I think it was Mertens, and giving a penalty away. I get a second yellow, I get a red card, and I'm like, rather than wasting my time here, I've lost this one and I've lost a player. I just dashboarded, got out of there and moved on to the next one. So I guess you could say that's technically my first like rage quit of FIFA 21. But you got to be a bit careful about doing that too often, because don't forget your Rivals games, you get a maximum of 30 count towards your score. So just be a bit careful of how many times you rage quit, because you'll end up with a much lower weekly score if you've already run out of games by the time you start actually winning your matches. So yeah, I won't be doing that too often, and we've also got to think about that for the Weekend League as well. Too many rage quits is going to affect my weekly score in Rivals, I think. So because I think those Weekend League games count towards your 30 in Rivals. If so, if you were to not play any Rivals when the new competition begins on a Thursday morning, if you don't play on a Thursday and then you go straight into the Weekend League Friday, Saturday, Sunday, play your 30 games, you come back onto Rivals on Monday and I think all your 30 games are done. If that's the case, then Rivals ranks are going to be lower this year because you would get 12,000 rank points. And it would almost be more beneficial to just play Rivals instead of... I don't know. We've got to figure this out. And these questions will all be answered over time once we figure out actually what the rules are and stuff. But it is interesting to see like how they've done it this year and how that's going to affect like when you play games and how many you play and stuff. I'm actually quite curious. It might be a good idea to do what I've been doing over the last couple of years, which is grind out towards Gold 3, stop there so you've got some Rivals games left, and then hope you can win those, because that's going to elevate your points more than just playing 30 games of Weekend League. There might need to be a bit more of a split between Weekend League and Rivals this year in your the amount of matches you play. Curious to see how that actually pans out. But I'm 4-2 up at half-time in this game, and once again, I'm being dominated in possession. I just can't hold the ball. It seems as though when I get the ball, all of my players move up, but then they're past the defense of the opponent. So, like, there's nowhere for me to then... I got to end up passing back. My centre-back's on the halfway line. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. It's just difficult. Maybe I need to be on a lower depth. But I don't want to play like that. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. But anyway, we get a really good victory there. It was 4-3. I think it could have been way more than that, but I was sloppy on defense. And once again, we're hovering over that 1600, 1630 skill rating. We're nearly pushing in towards rank 2. Like I said, not bothered if I get rank 3 or rank 2. I think the packs are equally as bad, and rank 1 is too far away to even to get to, I think. But yeah, we've given this team a little run out, and at least it's been successful. We've won 2 out of 3 games, but just I don't feel like we've played well. So I need to get some more games under my belt, especially in prep for the Weekend League, so that I can start to understand the mechanics a little bit more, maybe learn the meta a little bit, and get used to the dribbling and stuff. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you would be so kind as to hit me with a huge thumbs up, not a regular size one, hit me with a huge thumbs up. We're going for 7,000 huge likes today. And as little dislikes as possible, as few dislikes as possible anyway. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I thank you for that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for all of the new support over there as well, by the way. We've been getting lots of likes and lots of new follows, which is great to see. Really boosts my social media status, which is, you know, obviously beneficial for me. So thank you very much for that. Hope you enjoy the content. Take it easy, everyone. Stay safe and healthy. I'll catch you tomorrow for another episode. Peace.